This is a public service announcement brought to you by Community Crusade Against Drugs.
Hello, I'm Warren Marr, Regional Director of Community Crusade Against Drugs. Community Crusade Against Drugs is a team effort between local schools, local businesses, and other concerned members and organizations of the community for the purpose of effectively encouraging, equipping, and empowering young people to make positive drug and violence-free choices in the development of long-term life skills. To learn more about this time-proven program, contact me.
It was a tragic weekend in the tri-state. 2 teens in Illinois died in a car accident, and a young girl is fighting for her life at Deaconess Hospital in Evansville.
Now, Fox 7's Jennifer McGillivray joins us now with more on how the students are coping.
Well, in these 2 accidents, alcohol was a factor. In the third, it was speed. But all have left friends and family members wondering if these accidents could have been.
Smoking is at a 28-year low, a new study shows, and the Community Crusade Against Drugs wants it to stay that way. Regional Director Warren Marr spoke to the Vandenberg County Substance Abuse Council today about Listen and Winner. They're magazines directed at teens and preteens to keep them off drugs and alcohol. Marr says teens are bombarded with too many negatively influential messages. Listen and Winner magazines teach teens and preteens how to handle those messages. Marr wants the council's help getting the publications into schools, libraries, churches, doctors' waiting rooms, and other businesses.
Been conditioned by some of the programming that's on television where we're a little immune to what we think or see, and we think, oh, that's all right.
And inhalants, a quick high but a deadly one, and too many teens are experimenting. We've got 7 things you should know. This event was part of a week-long Impaired Driving Awareness Week.
More and more kids are using inhalants to get high. From 2002 to 2004, more than 500,000 12 to 17-year-olds in the U.S. reported that they had abused inhalants at least once. In the first part of our series, 7 Things You Should Know, Fox 7's Kelly Carlisle takes a look at a dangerous game among teens called huffing.
Huffing, or bagging as it's known, is nothing new, but still relatively unknown.
When I was a child, you know, to watch out for paint, glue, and such. And I think there's just some other things that are being used now that we were not aware of that have been abused for quite some time.
Warren Marr travels to schools, churches, and businesses, educating parents and kids about the dangers of inhaling chemicals.
I think it's everyone's responsibility. As parents, we need to know, we need to be informed, we need to warn our children that this is very dangerous.
Dangerous.
Summer vacation is almost here, and it's a good time for parents to take an inventory of what their kids should not be fooling around with.
Common household items can be abused as inhalants for youngsters to get high. Shannon Sampson's here with our 14 Health Report.
Well, it's huffing, and it's just like taking poison. Not many people know that. The numbers are surprising. A national survey shows more than 1 million kids and teens have tried inhalants last year, and 23 million people have tried huffing at some point in their lifetime. It's a short-lived high that can have lasting effects as serious as memory loss, brain damage, and even death.
A lot of people know about paint. For people that abuse it, the metallic ones seem to be the better, but it says right here on this brand here, vapor harmful.
Inhalant hazards aren't exclusive to the paint aisle. The regional director of the Community Crusade Against Drugs is at Ace Hardware to show parents what else their kids could be sniffing.
After huffing butane, is this a teenage trend? Good evening, I'm Ann Comis.
I'm David James. A young life cut short, and authorities are warning other teens about the dangers of huffing.
A Boonville High School senior laid to rest today at Garrison Cemetery in Warwick County. The sheriff says 17-year-old Carissa Crone died after voluntarily inhaling lighter fluid with friends at her home. It happened last Thursday while her parents were sleeping. Shannon Sampson's here with her story.
Good evening, Ann. A good friend says Carissa Crone was amazing. She was a friendly, loving person who was always giving hugs to her classmates at Boonville High. Now they can't believe they'll be starting their senior year without her.
Fine young lady, a very nice young gal that never been in trouble, never been a problem for the parents or anybody. There were other teenagers at the scene as well, and the initial investigation revealed that the victim in this case had been ingesting butane, substance commonly used to refill cigarette lighters. This is something I wasn't familiar with, for as the potential for abuse.
It's the first time he's aware of it, but it's not the first time that things like this have happened.
Warren Marr is the local spokesperson for a national effort called the Community Crusade Against Drugs. He shows parents everyday household products that are potential inhalants: paints, markers, computer duster, and ways to tell if they're being misused.
Or if you notice you're going through chemicals, whether it's a liquid or spray or whatever, if they seem to be disappearing faster than what might make some common sense of use, then that may be a sign maybe you need to look further.
The coroner says the cause of death was suffocation.
This one death is, whether it's one or a billion, it's one too many.
Sheriff
Teen sniffing inhalants is nothing new, but a death in one community is prompting one parent to speak out. 17-year-old Boonville High School student Carissa Crone was buried today after she allegedly inhaled butane. But a Warwick County mother says her child could have died doing the same thing just months ago. Fox 7's LaTanya Stevens has the story of this mom alerting parents to the danger.
To see your 16-year-old kid, you know, brought into the police station in handcuffs is just about, you know, one of the hardest things, you know, a parent can visualize.
This Warwick County mother says she wasn't aware her son had a problem.
He had been snorting or inhaling or whatever you do with this product, dust off.
Until police stopped him on May 3rd.
It was just a half a block from the house when they pulled him over, and one of the cans, there was, I think, 5 or 6 cans of this stuff in his car, and one of the cans were freezing cold.
Still cold because he was apparently inhaling it while driving. He was dazed and his car was weaving, and though this mother doesn't want to be seen because he's still a juvenile, she does want to warn parents about the dangers of teens dusting, puffing, and sniffing inhalants to get high.
This is a public service announcement brought to you by Community Crusade Against Drugs.
This is Warren Marr, Regional Director of Community Crusade Against Drugs. Listen and Winner magazine features positive peer role models, true life stories, scientific facts about drugs, self-help skills and activities, positive alternatives, no commercial advertising. There is 9 issues per year from September to May, and a teacher's guide for teachers, mentors, and counselors is available. It is proactive and reactive. To learn more about this time